Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Boy, if you thought that my tier lists are controversial when I'm asking the community, viewers that happen to be there when the polls are conducted, about who their favorite champs are, boy, you just wait until we start talking about grading 6-star featured crystals. Because I think I've done this now for, I don't know, 6-7 times, a couple years worth. And there's always disagreement. Some people think the crystal's great. Some people think the crystal's trash. Sometimes I get praised for being critical. Sometimes I get praised for being complimentary. Sometimes I get criticism for being critical. Sometimes I get criticism for being complimentary. It is the natural order of things. As a reminder, too, if you missed my earlier video and happen to purchase them, it is not just you. I don't think anybody has received the Mutant Nexus crystal that was promised in either the Cavalier or Thronebreaker Daily Special because it is coded incorrectly. However, my theory was that it would be fixed at noon because that's exactly what happened last time this happened, and my theory was correct. It now is visible. So, oh, by the way, it's now visible, and the new drop rates are visible, and what do you know? It's 3%. Just as somebody on this channel that looks a lot like me said yesterday. Count one for the good guys, unless you think I'm not a good guy, and then count one for the bad guys. I don't know. Okay, so 6-star featured crystal. We break these into 3 categories: great, fine, and trash. Omega Sentinel, Wong, Hulkling, Black Cat, Scorpion, Rintra are all automatic greats because they're the featured champions. Can't change them, so even if they are trash champions, it's still a featured champion. Can't complain. Now, Corvus being in this crystal is amazing. For those of you who don't have 6-star Corvus, he was my first rank 4, and I do not regret that at all. He carries me in Alliance Quest and will continue for the rest of the time I'm playing this game. So that is an amazing pool. Havoc is as well. You want to talk about a Battlegrounds MVP? I mean, just great. And by the way, on offense, too. Thing, I have been looking for a 6-star Thing for a long time. He fell out of the top 10 to some people's complaint in the science class. We'll vote on that again in a couple months. But still, I want a 6-star Thing. He's in there. That's awesome. Guardian is also one of those champions that is an underrated Battlegrounds defender and also somebody that some people really like to use on offense. There has not been a bad champion yet in this. Next, Sabertooth. Would you look at that? Sabertooth is another champion that is almost under the radar at this point, but very solid. It's got some great synergies, too. I'd be happy with Sabertooth. OG Black Panther, some of you swear by him. You say that his buff made him a lot better. I know sometimes it can be frustrating for some people to use him. I'm going to put him in, he's the first champion that I'm going to put in like the just okay category for this. But I still wouldn't be like super upset if I landed on him. It's just not why you're spending 15,000 6-star shards. Now, Elsa Bloodstone, I keep repeating this, but Battlegrounds MVP if you run suicides. I melted some people to the point of them forced quitting on me when I put Elsa out there. Even in the last week of Battlegrounds when I was putting out attackers that because of the suicide debuffs on him, the defender automatically started as unblockable at the fight. I lost most of those, won a few of them by a miracle, but Elsa came in clutch on defense. I think Elsa is, in my usage, a top 10 skill champ. In reality, she's not a top 10 community skill champ. That doesn't mean I can't still love her and be happy to use her. Spider Gwen, much better with her buff. Kind of like Sabertooth, flies under the radar. I would not be upset if I got a 6-star Spider Gwen from this, but she's kind of in that not the best champion to land on category. Prox Midnight, I use her for synergies with Corvus and Alliance Quest, but when I'm forced to use her in an actual Alliance Quest fight, I'm not impressed at all. It takes too long to ramp up, especially in AQ. So I mean, I think she might be the worst champion in this crystal, which is funny because there are so many videos on YouTube. If you look back when Corvus and Prox Midnight were released in the same month, and they said, you know, Prox was going to be Star-Lord 10.0, which in terms of potential, sure, but in terms of ramp up, just so much. I think Prox still needs to be tweaked, and her ramp up needs to be lessened. and I stand by that. But, not the worst champion to land on. Darkhawk, almost underrated at this point. I know a lot of people love him. Very few people use him. He's fine. MODOK is another defender for Battlegrounds. That's a pain. He's fine, but maybe you think he's trash in this crystal. I don't know. Mephisto, another 5-star I took up for Battlegrounds that gave me some clutch time added onto winning a fight faster than my defender. I love Mephisto. I think he's also underrated at this point, and so love that he's in this crystal. Drax, he needs a buff. I'm putting him in the trash category. Sorry, Drax. Howard, the no longer suck. Very solid champion. Again, don't know anybody that uses him on a daily basis anymore, but still solid for this crystal. Jubilee, I know a couple people like my friend Grass, who does some amazing things with Jubilee. I think it's cool she's in this crystal. I know KT1 was still disappointed with her mechanics. Maybe she'll get a buff at some point, but she's fine for now. Nightcrawler definitely sucks to fight if he's unawakened. I'm not going to put him in this same category, though, in terms of habits. I'll put him more in the trash category for what you're spending 15,000 6-star shards on. Korg, great defender, needs high sig. He's fine. And Dormammu, same thing. This is like a defender-heavy featured crystal. I mean, you've got Corvus in there, and Havoc, and Thing, and Guardian. But then you've got Darkhawk, MODOK, Mephisto. Jubilee can be a kind of sneaky defender. Nightcrawler, Korg, and Dormammu. So, I've been beyond impressed that so many of you out there have saved so many 6-star shards to buy Lord knows how many of these. You're probably looking to get that 6-star Omega Sentinel at the top. I mean, if you ask me who the best champion in this is, it's him. But Lord help us, Rentra. You want to talk about somebody that I suck to fight against? Oh my gosh. And there are going to be a lot more 6-star Rentras floating around in War and Battlegrounds in the next 98 days, because a lot of you are going to be landing on Rentra. I've got Hulkling. He's fun. I might buy one of these, I might buy one of these, maybe tonight even, just to see what happens, because of course the Black ISO store discount is live, and I don't know if I bought a single one of the 6-star featured last time. So it's 13,000 shards. It's still a pretty high price to pay, but at the same time, I am willing to pay it, and we'll probably open that 6-star featured tonight on the stream. Even though, if you think about the excitement and value of the 6-star basic crystal now, remember that even though it looked like it was there yesterday, but I didn't want to test it for visual glitch purposes, you've got Blade now in this thing. He has moved from the featured to the basic, so hashtag save for Blade, which used to be a very famous hashtag from the 5-star featured crystal days when they actually were per champion was used. So, I'm not blown away by this, but I'm also not depressed. I'm just kind of like, okay, which to me gives it about a B- to a B grade. Again, I expect many people disagree with that grade in the comments, but that's my assessment of it. What is yours? Thanks for watching. Have a good one.